Let's get ready to babble.
That is the beginning.
1 hour.
We're keeping it. That's happening.
1 hour.
Neebs walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything to say.
No, he didn't. This is the new format. Man, you know what?
He went and got a Sprecker's root beer.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Handmade from one of our fans in Wisconsin.
But not at all, because it's a very big brewery.
I pulled a thick 44 on that one.
Totally.
Misinformation.
But
Yeah.
you read it. The guy wrote an email to us and said something about, well, obviously he didn't read the letter, but you did. You read the letter. You just completely misunderstood it.
I skimmed it.
Okay.
So yeah, no. Well, we met another fan recently who was making his own soda. So I'm just like, well, all of our fans make sodas. Then.
Yeah, they all do.
Right.
Yeah.
Fact.
Okay. Good. Well, you know what we have? We have sponsors.
Talk about
for this
them,
wonderful
Simon.
show. Ridge Wallet.
Everybody knows Ridge Wallet.
Thick's not here. He usually reads these, but Ridge Wallet is RFID blocking, slim, sleek, and lightweight.
Very
Yep.
true.
Lifetime guarantee.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's the feature of the week, Dorales? What does it do now?
This week?
This week.
I can't tell you.
It's
can't?
rechargeable.
It's
Yep.
rechargeable.
Yep.
Go to ridgewallet.com/Neebs Gaming and use promo code what?
Neebs Gaming.
Yeah. And then you get how much off?
All of it?
Shit, I don't know how much it is off.
Why are you pointing to us?
10% off, I think.
10%.
Maybe more?
Might be.
Find out.
Free shipping's all you need.
Free ship? Really?
If
Free
you're
shipping?
taking the 10% off, you're just greedy.
I know. Seriously.
No,
You're-
take it.
Take it anyway.
Take it anyway.
We won't judge.
Let's not forget Receptra.
No, we can't.
Receptra is consistent, safe, and effective, and their formulas are powered by the highest quality full spectrum CBD oil, third-party tested. And did you know that most CBD companies purchase their oil from a third-party distributor and throw a label on a bottle?
I didn't, but I do now.
They have acres of farmland in southern Colorado. Receptra does. They use organic farming practices to produce the highest quality flour in the game.
Sounds like they do it right.
If it doesn't meet their standards, they don't use it. They're sticklers, to say the least.
It's all good things.
Really, Receptra is just a smart alternative for people who are looking to manage discomfort. Like, that's what CBD is all about. And that'll help you do what you want to do that's important. Receptra has different products to suit your needs, from everyday maintenance to chronic relief, and they want you to perform better and recover faster. So go to ReceptraNaturals.com, and there's a promo code,
Neebs 15.
and you get 15% off.
Oh.
Yeah. So go there. And listen, seriously, it's a great alternative, so check them out.
Thank you, Receptra.
What about, we're trying to figure out what to talk about.
I like how you looked at me immediately because I always got the things.
Yeah, well,
You need
got
me
the
to help
things.
out? Because I love talking about
Yep.
things.
Well, but we want to make what we're talking about the key focus of why people are here.
oh, like you want to have like whatever the title was. That's what we're talking
so we
about.
talk about it in the front end, so then all the other bullshit we get into later, it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's the hot button topic of this particular video.
What does our audience care about?
Well, do they
What
care
don't
about
they
tech
care
gear?
about?
We got tech gear. They've seen us have tech gear for a couple weeks, but we haven't really addressed it, have we?
No, but I mean, what's next?
What's tech gear?
Like, what the hell's the big? I know it does great stuff. So, what's our goal, or why do they care?
You guys, by you guys, it'd be Neebs and Apster. You guys, well, and Thick, who's not here, but you guys have seen what tech gear can produce, the things that we haven't made, a little bit more than probably Simon and I have seen. Is there a bunch of stuff outside of some saddles that we haven't seen?
I haven't seen many videos on it, to be honest. The only video I had seen was with the
I'm talking about
the
what-
legs that make it go fast.
what
But now
we
we
can-
have those.
Okay, what we can create based on like
There's a whole suit. There's gauntlets. There's a
Yeah,
helmet.
more saddle. I know there's a
chest
Megalodon
piece.
saddle, which we can't do on Extinction because Extinction has no ocean.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have to go to the new map, which I think we're all kind of excited about.
I am.
That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Ark dropping hey, there's this whole brand new map. Like, ooh, because internally we were thinking about going back to the island because
Yeah.
it's been a while since we went to the island. But I love that this new map popped up because that's a new place to go.
And Simon wants to take everything with him. He wants
Everything.
to take every dinosaur, all the tech gear.
It makes
Yeah,
it
I'm not
makes
opposed either.
sense.
Like lightning, I'd like to take lightning and the frog. Like, come on, some of those guys.
From when we originally left and we came to Extinction, I thought you guys were nuts for doing what you did.
the start from scratch.
Starting from scratch thing.
And I like doing that.
I know you did.
But I feel like we've done that a lot. That's why this time I'm on the I'm on team let's bring the dinos.
Every damn thing. And then you know what? Let's get a few more before we leave. Too.
Extinction was the worst map we could have done that
Yep.
into.
It
But
was.
we learned.
Yeah.
And we'll never do it again because the
There's
thing
no
is,
need.
we need to just if we're
I wouldn't say that.
For as long as we're playing this game, come on, how many Ark?
I wouldn't say we'd
we're
never do
done.
it again. There might
Why?
be some very basic, simple map where it's just no challenge.
Well, what's
you
the
don't know what
point?
they're going to make.
We need to just move forward and barrel through
'Cause
everything and
sometimes you
destroy
gotta get
it.
back
Case by
to the
case.
basics.
We'll see down the road. But
Yeah.
so far now we carry what we have with us because there's no need to start over with that. 7 days, I would love to start from scratch when we start that again.
Yeah.
I
Why?
think that makes a little bit more sense, a little bit different.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that.
We haven't tamed a bunch of animals in 7 days, so it's a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, but I don't understand that, man.
Which part?
It's starting over.
Because we got to
We're
start
there. We
where?
we earned where we got. You know, why not stay
I don't even
there?
know if we loaded our old game, if it would even like. It might be completely fucked.
so fun. If
Because
it's gone,
there's been several iterations of.
It's
probably gone.
Alpha.
It's
I'll
gone.
accept that. But I don't want to. I don't want to say no. We have the option. No.
Well, there's also the option because if we do a procedural map, because I know we talked about that.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
don't-
we could do the updated map that they've done,
Which
or
I've,
we do a
I've
procedural.
heard was recommended. I've read it more often than otherwise to just do the updated map rather than the
Curious.
procedural.
What does the audience think? Let's do a poll.
Yeah,
Simon,
there's
you know
the
how to
poll
do
right
polls?
Yeah,
And
and you know
YouTube?
what? I always thought that this would be a good thing for us to do and make it a focus on here so we can really have like a...
Yeah.
I want to have a poll that has hopefully 20,000, 30,000 people going into it.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't that be
We'll
nice?
put a poll up here right now on YouTube.
So
For if we go back to 7 days, procedural
Or
the Neebs game.
Neebs game.
Do you
There you
really
go.
know how to do a poll?
well, it's a straw poll, right?
Nope.
Set it
No.
up on-
See, I knew
it's
it.
on-
I knew he didn't know.
It's within YouTube. I've never done one either, Simon, but it's
Yeah.
up there on the top.
Oh, there's a poll that they could take directly in YouTube.
Yes.
Yep.
It pops up like it's one of the cards.
Great.
Oh, there you go.
So pop it in a card.
You'll
It's a
find the
poll.
card.
Yeah, like I can figure that out.
I feel like I'm Simon's mom. Like, you know, a mom can go, he's not feeling well. I can tell. Like, you've got that
explains-
motherly instinct.
That explains why you lick your finger and you
do.
wipe shit off my face.
Get your face clean.
That's weird.
It is
by the
weird.
way.
His face is always dirty. How does he
is.
not feel it?
But then he's
You
got
a
the
little
dried up,
smudge, Simon.
Neebs saliva on his face that he gets to smell when it, you know.
It's got a scent, a certain scent
It's
that no
so
one else.
interesting.
It's like a squirrel.
Yep.
You're like you have squirrel saliva.
I have puppy's breath.
No.
It's adorable.
I'm in the sinking chair.
Oh yeah, we
Isn't
have
it fun? We have a sinking chair.
Yeah, we have one chair in the office that just will not
Slowly.
the
I like
hydraulics
that.
are
Just
fucked.
slowly deflates.
like you
Next
pulled
thing
the-
you know, your knees are by your face.
Yeah.
And we still have two of these green chairs from 1998,
I like
God.
man,
and
I like these chairs.
they're built
They're solid.
right,
Yeah,
man.
they're
solid.
Exactly. Yeah,
they're
these
not
things are great.
intrusive. I like
No,
that they
they're-
fit between
yeah.
the other chairs.
They're really actually. We should get these just like black in color.
Yep.
That's kind of the thing with a lot of gamer chairs that I see. It's like they're very big.
Bulky, the
Yeah.
arms and the whole.
What is this? Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's like why are they so obnoxious?
Oh, I feel like
make
just
them
the image
small
of
and
them
cozy.
gets people excited because they look all like, ah.
Is that what it is? Is
I'm
it
in
like
a
so?
game. I'm in a race car. I rode Rome.
This is a
what it
gaming
looks like.
chair.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, nothing like I remember seeing
Mine's
like,
got a
at,
Hans
like,
device on it.
PAX or one of these cons we went to. It's like, yeah, they're showing off all these chairs, and I sat in a bunch of them, and like, these don't feel any really
Yeah.
I think
different from a normal chair.
I think Anthony's is uncomfortable as shit.
yeah, it's
I'm going to go
hard.
sit in it right
It's
now. I'll be right back with a
so-
review.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Do the rest of the podcast in it. Come on. Bring it.
All right, Duralis is sitting in Anthony's gamer chair.
I mean, some people like firm, but my God, there's no comfort in that.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Yeah.
like sitting on a piece of wood that has a half-inch foam on it, and
When
it's
I'm
shitty.
when I'm at home, and most of my day is editing or something, I stand up probably 98% of the time.
I'm-
Got a standing desk.
That's what I'm doing now. Ever
Yeah,
since I got a
that's good.
standing desk, it's like, oh, fuck my chair.
Oh, boy.
I love it.
Yeah, that's not a comfortable chair.
You didn't bring it back.
I just
No,
had to
he
sit
didn't
in
want
it a
it.
How
couple
fun would it
seconds.
have been if you sat in it for the rest of the
I
thing?
wouldn't think that'd be fun, or anyone
Says
would
the-
enjoy that.
Says the man who has a chair that has no hydraulics in
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Go
sitting- I'm
go
sitting-
get it. Go
No,
get it. Move
okay.
that
That'll
microphone.
take a half
will.
hour to
Go
move
get
through
it.
I'll
here.
do it.
Do
Don't.
it.
Oh God, you're gonna bring that bulky thing in here? All right,
No,
I gotta
he,
back
he
up.
could just move. No, he could just move the mic and go over here. Oh, he's gonna.
Trying to make it a process. Is it just me? Well, I know it's just me. What's the name of the new map in Ark?
Vagina.
All I think of is Valguero.
Yeah.
Every time I think of that map, which is one of our
buddy.
community members. Great
Yeah.
person.
Oh God.
Oh, you didn't even move the other chair out of the way, and he's doing.
I know it's heavy. It's heavy. It's bulky.
But you weren't
It's a gamer
straining.
chair.
He's a gamer. That's. Oh God. Yeah, this is worth
Mic
it.
down. Mic down. Here
I
we
can't
go.
wait till someone else shows up, and now we got a huge chair in front of the door.
Yeah,
Here
you
we
didn't
go.
think that through, man.
I didn't need to.
Yeah, Anthony's
What's
gonna,
the worst that could
Anthony's
happen?
gonna come in here at some point. We're like, where the fuck is it in my chair?
I'm sitting in your chair.
That'll be fun then.
Well,
okay,
look,
worth it.
it's not sinking. I'll tell you that.
All right. Well, it's got that going for it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can you hand me my homemade root beer?
Can I have a sip of your root beer?
Sure.
Thank you.
And for those of you who care, we're going to try to remember to do some comments at the end of this. So for all the people out there, because you know what? A good bit of people are like, what the hell are you getting rid of comments
Well,
for?
you meant to keep comments. You were just
yeah,
gonna...
but less
A smaller
significantly.
Right.
portion.
Yeah. So
And
it's
the
more just
people weren't-
conversation.
Yeah, and that's what it was. That's why I like the other way. Like I can flip flop all the time. That's what flip floppers do, right?
Yeah,
They flip and
yeah,
they
yeah.
flop.
Yeah.
So I could do that because then I understand the whole reason why I did like the comments for this is we could go off on a tangent on whatever the hell we wanted, but we needed maybe to be more specific about talking about certain things. I don't know.
We can talk about flip-flopping. Flip-flopping isn't always a bad thing, is it?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's good to change your mind.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
When you hear the facts and you go, okay,
Yeah.
I
I
should
have a
flip-flop.
different view of this
And
now.
for how many years has that been used to like paint someone as like, oh, you're
He's a flip flopper.
and in some cases, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
pathetic.
it could be a
because-
bad thing.
but
But yeah,
in most
if you
cases,
realize, like
yeah.
I realize, our friend from Wisconsin didn't make this.
Right?
I'm on a flip-flop on my stance on
Right.
that.
Yeah.
That's a
Good
good
idea.
thing to flip flop on.
Lean toward the factual side,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they made no claims that they made this in the letter.
But
None.
you,
Somehow in my head,
yeah,
they must have made this.
maybe a little.
My friend makes Pepsi. Look at this.
It's almost like you were starting your own Mandela effect, like you were beginning it, just spreading that misinformation, or however they start.
Is that the play it
Yeah.
again, Sam thing?
Play it again, Sam?
Yeah, is that an example of the Mandela effect?
Oh, yes.
Play it again, Sam.
Yep. Never said, right?
Never. I don't think they ever said that in the movie.
Yeah. What's funny is I heard someone, one of the bars close to my house the other night. Someone, what you got there, Simon?
Shut up and tell your
Somebody
story.
calling you? So you get
No.
a text?
Is that a reminder?
It is a reminder.
Sounded like a reminder.
What was a
It
reminder
was.
to be funny?
Can we be
Reminder
nosy?
Oh, you beat me to it.
Was that today?
What, the joke?
Well, yeah, because I was going to say a reminder to tell you to shut the fuck up.
I had to jump on that one. 'Cause
Did.
All right, so Drew, it's a bar near your place.
I'm trying to think. It was We Are the Champions was playing.
Yeah.
And-
Queen.
What?
Queen.
Yeah,
Queen,
thank you.
yes. And one guy was saying the Of the World, singing Of the World. Mm-hmm. That's like a Mandela effect thing. I was like, is it? It's like, yeah, it is. And it was a live performance going on. And it was Live Aid back in the day at that big concert, fundraiser concert, whatever.
Yeah.
They were performing live on stage. And the end of the song, this is right after this guy said it, Of the World. Like he sang it. He was like, well, maybe it was the live version where he sings it. I don't know.
He doesn't sing it?
He did in that
No, he
version
absolutely
right
s-
after this dude was saying he doesn't. It was
Doesn't
funny. The
every
timing of
version
it
of We Are the Champions I've ever heard.
ends with Of the World.
Of the world, we are
And what was the thing that he did?
He was saying that he doesn't say that at the end. It's a Mandela effect thing.
But he does.
He absolutely does.
And he did it moments after he just said it. Like that's my point. The timing of it was great. I was like, well, he just sang it. He's like, well, that was probably because it's the live version.
Yeah.
Or
No.
maybe it's because it's that song.
Yeah, it's,
Right.
it's that song.
It's not in studio
Yeah.
version.
Right.
He wasn't going to give up. He needs to flip flop on that.
He needs to flip
He
flop.
does. He really.
It's time.
He's got to get the facts in his corner.
But the timing could have been better. It was
That's
so good.
that's the good message for today. Maybe loop in like
Mandela effect?
cascade this with world pieces to encourage the flip floppers.
Should I flip flop? You always got to ask yourself.
Yeah.
Am I right? Could I be wrong? Let's do some research.
So do we go down the flip-flop angle or do we go Mandela effect angle? Because that's always fun.
I still don't even understand the Mandela
Well, I'm gonna
effect,
tell you
but
what
I
it
don't.
is.
We've already heard too much. I think
We have?
Okay. I'll explain
Is
it
it
to you
good?
Yeah,
after.
a little fascinating
Oh, after?
psychological
Okay.
thing.
Maybe
Yeah.
no. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Is
I mean,
it
I
worthy?
think it is a fascinating topic.
Do you understand it, Simon?
No, I know. I think
me
a lot of it
explain
went
it.
over my head.
Everyone thinks in the movie Casablanca, the character says, "Play it again, Sam." Never says that. just for somehow that's just a rumor that's everyone just assumes is in the movie.
But that is true, though.
There's a
right?
character named Sam and he plays piano.
But he never says "play it again, Sam."
From what I understand, he does not.
So
is that true?
I think that's
I'm
true.
so confused. Am I in the middle of the
I haven't
effect?
seen
We'll find the
Casablanca.
top ones, but as far as definition goes, a false memory is a psychological phenomenon where a person recalls something that did not happen or that something happened differently from the way it happened. This phenomenon was initially investigated by psychological pioneers Pierre Janet and Sigmund Freud. So it's just recalling something.
That's not true.
Right. And
But-
but then it perpetuates, and that information spreads, and then before you know it, everyone thinks that was true.
Oh, because of the spread, because of the misinformation.
Pretty much.
Right?
Another example is the Queen song, "We Are the Champions."
Of the world.
Trying to find the best source for this. We've got 50 examples that would blow your mind, or 25 mind-boggling examples.
Thanks, TMZ.
Yeah, it is very
BuzzFeed.
good. We'll go with the 25 right off the bat. Why not?
Just one example.
Yeah,
one? The
yeah,
best
or three.
Nelson
Depending.
Mandela's death is the number 25.
Wait, is that how it got its name?
I guess. I don't know.
What do you mean he's not dead?
Okay, the first Mandela effect is on the man himself, Nelson Mandela, a prominent South African anti-apartheid apartheid revolutionary and president. He died on December 5th, 2013. However, many people in different countries clearly remember Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. Some of them even claim they remember his funeral being broadcast on TV.
What?
I thought I died in... No,
he was released.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
want to go to number one.
The Berenstain Bears is number 24.
I was going to bring that up.
It's number
'cause-
24.
Damn, I was okay. That's
Okay,
crazy.
go ahead.
Angry Video Game Nerd did an episode on this. It was really good. But go ahead, Duralius.
It's the A versus the E in Stain. It's A.
This is
Everyone
about,
remembers E.
this is about spelling.
What
that
the hell
one
are you
was.
talking about?
The Berenstain. Yeah, it's a weird. It's
Is
a
it-
weird one to try to describe. Yeah.
What is it?
Baron. I used to read these books as a kid. The Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I always.
Berenstain, right?
Yeah, Stain.
Yeah, Stain is how it's done, but
S-T-A-I-N.
everybody was like, "Oh, it's the Berenstain Bears, the Berenstain Bears, the Berenstain Bears, Berenstain Bears."
Interesting.
And then when someone told me that, I was like, "No, it's
Steen.
Berenstain." And then we went and
Or
looked at it. I was like,
Stein.
"Holy shit!"
I remember that one. Let's see.
Yeah, go watch it. Yeah,
We are number 19. We are the champions lyrics.
really. That's on the
Wow.
list.
That's on the
That's on the
list?
list.
That's
This
okay.
is perfect.
That's crazy.
We all know this legendary Queen song whose final lyrics is "No time for losers because we are the champions of the world." But in fact, there is no of the world.
What?
The song just ends with "because we are the champions," and it's driving so many people crazy because they feel 100% sure they've heard otherwise.
I'm 100% sure they say
I
of the
just
world.
heard otherwise, but that was the live version. So this dude
that what's going on?
was right, I guess.
Wow, we were
Wow.
mocking him.
Yeah.
We
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
It's so great to get
Are we
proven
flip-flopping
wrong
on
so
this?
quickly.
I got a flip-flop, I guess, but
flip
we'd have to hear the...
We have to listen to it now.
Yeah.
So hold on a second.
We got to hear the end of the studio recorded. We Are the
Right,
which
Champions.
obviously we can't play because of copyright. So yeah,
I know, so we're
gonna
gonna
listen
do-
to that. And
so-
then,
all right.
I could have swore every time I've heard that song, I always say we're the champions.
That's a big
of
one,
The world.
and that's only number 19 on this mind-boggling list.
So we just listened to the studio version.
Yeah.
At the very end, there is no of the world.
Nope.
But you're saying there is in the middle of the
That's
song.
what I'm.
So
that's what
why
I'm
we
thinking
all
now.
think
It's like
it.
it's in the middle. Yeah,
Well, wasn't
it's
the-
part of the song in some capacity, just not at the end.
just not at the end.
Yeah.
So that doesn't blow me away.
This is
No.
a dumb one.
Was
this is
that
a dumb one,
Did
right?
I just read it? I don't want to go back because I've moved forward.
Is that why it's 19? Is it better than 19? I'm glad we cleared
I
that
want
up.
to get to
though.
the bottom of this
If
shit.
it's-
That would have
said
been all over the
anywhere-
comments. Everyone would have been like, "This, you got it wrong." Blah, blah, blah. You can't do it now.
If it's said anywhere, even in a different recording, that explains why it's in people's brains.
Of course.
How about
not like
Curious
a
George's
phenomenon, is it?
tale?
What?
Curious George, does he have one?
Curious George, the main protagonist of the series.
I am so done with these.
A little chipmunk. Are you?
Yeah.
No, these
I'm
are
not.
great.
Okay, keep doing them.
By the same name, a little chimp monkey without a tail. Yet a lot of people claim to remember seeing him use his tail to swing from the trees. I don't know the answer.
Does he have a
to
tail
it.
or no?
I don't know. Who cares?
All right, you maybe go to. Could you go to like 1 or 2?
Darth Vader's phrase.
Luke, I'm your father.
Yeah.
Never says that, right?
No, he says, "No, I am your father."
Yeah, he doesn't say, "Luke, I am your father."
Luke, I am not your father.
C-3PO's leg.
What?
Recall it being completely gold. So they were surprised when they discovered he had a silver leg the entire time?
Okay, yeah, that's a
A
detail.
lot of memorabilia doesn't even have the silver leg.
Yeah, it's a detail I would never
Lindbergh,
pay
baby.
attention
Let's
to.
move
All right,
on from
let's-
that.
let's-
Tank Man.
Can
Still
we go to
reading 'em.
one?
Still reading them.
We're going down. I mean, there's next page. I'm doing all the work here, by the way, with the hands and the fingers.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're trying to cut it down. Though,
Oh,
just
I
go
know. I'm trying to
one.
go fast, but there's loading.
No, just okay. Just
Oscar Mayer.
Is that one?
Nope.
Why did you say
Moving
Oscar Mayer then?
number 9, Leo's.
Don't talk again till you're at
Oscar.
number 1.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
We will.
Patrick Monopoly Man. Let's see.
What about the Monopoly
All right,
Man?
yeah,
I
that's
want to
pretty
know.
Sri
Monopoly
Lanka
Man.
location? No, I'm going to number 1.
It's probably shitty anyway.
Probably. But we're on number 5, Pikachu's tail.
Okay,
Oh,
the little
God,
lightning
you
bolt.
just-
Many
Skipped over
Pokemon
that.
fans remember Pikachu, the most iconic character, having a black tip at the end of his tail. Some of them would draw Pikachu all the time, and they would swear he had a black tip at the end of the tail. Well, not in this reality.
What?
There's no black tip at the end of Pikachu's tail.
And
Wow,
see, I would
that's-
say there is a black tip at the end of Pikachu's tail.
There you go. Mandela effect.
Why? Why do I think that?
So that's a perfect example
Yeah, but
of even just you maintaining that. In my head, I picture one too.
I wish I cared about Pikachu.
Snow White Queen's phrase, mirror, mirror on the wall.
Who's the fairest of them all?
But the real phrase is actually magic mirror on the wall. It's not mirror, mirror.
Is that number 1?
That's number 4, but that's a big one.
He won't
'Cause
get to number
everyone
one.
everyone says mirror, mirror.
It's true.
Everyone.
But it's still not that
so it's a
interesting.
perfect example. Martin Luther King Jr.'s death?
What? He's not dead.
I think that might be a date thing. Disney World. Some people remember entering the Magic Kingdom through the castle. Another alternate memory is that the castle was much closer to the end of Main Street than it really is.
God, I hate that one.
I do too. Number 1. Number 1, guys. We're here.
Number
Good.
one,
Thank
and that's
Oh
goodness.
man, Neebs is miserable
Man,
about this
I'm about to
fascinating
fall
shit.
asleep now. Go ahead.
God, you
number
just want
1.
to talk about mundane shit.
You've
All
been
right.
talking about this for 30 minutes.
It's the topic of the video.
It's not.
I know. I don't. Neil Armstrong's death. One of the world's most important astronauts and the first person to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong, died on August 25th, 2012 in Cincinnati, Ohio. However, there is a common belief among his fans that he died 1 year later in 2013. That was number 1.
Oh God, it was horrible.
That is silly.
It was
That is the
horrible.
dumbest. Who gives a fuck if he did?
I mean,
really, why would you even hang
we
everyone
on
all
to that?
like
thought-
Neil Armstrong, but if you're off by a year, that's not.
That's not
Yeah,
a
who
big deal.
cares?
That was number
Yeah.
1. That was a shit list.
Like, who the hell knows that one?
A Neil Armstrong fan.
Yep. All right. Well, yeah. No, I regret it, but I'm glad that you brought it up.
It was something. I like to contribute.
You do so much.
Thanks so much.
And then
Not only
keep
with you.
contributing.
Just keep
And
going.
Just keep.
Yep, because what you got right now?
I learned what biochar is the other day.
Biochar?
Biochar, it's like when you burn wood and there's just that kind of charcoal stuff left. Apparently, it's really good. It's really good
Tell us how good it is.
for gardening and stuff.
So is shit.
And I'm already done with my topic. I'm not going to go on for 30 minutes about it.
That didn't help you much, Simon, did it? As
Nope.
far as killing time?
Nope.
I saw this TED Talk where they went to El Dorado. Is that in South America? And all the soil was bad, but there were these patches of just really fertile areas, and they're like, that's what they think they were doing, just making like charcoal and like making unplantable areas plantable.
I'd imagine there's at least 30 Eldorados out there in the States, everywhere.
Well, listen,
That theme park.
Simon has a real fear of society collapsing one day. This could be useful information.
A real fear?
Yeah, you've talked to me. You're like, I'm just afraid the whole world's gonna go to crap and we're all gonna eat each other.
Well, I think that's a realistic.
Where would you want to be? Where
Ma-
would you want to be when the collapse happens?
Well, I've listened to Joe Rogan enough to know where to be.
Well, where would you be?
I'd be in the cold, and I'd be out in hopefully the mountains
Yeah, mountain.
somewhere.
Cold
in the
mountains.
mountains,
Yep.
spread out. You can get warm with fire. You can't get cool without electricity.
And there are animals.
And there's a lot of animals out there, but there's still going to be hard as shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it'd be a lot of traps and a lot of in the middle of nowhere, and
But it minimizes your threats.
absolutely.
You don't want to fish in a warm place?
You can
Well,
fish in cold places.
Fish in cold places in the mountains, streams. Absolutely.
I
Well, I
just
want
go
to
to
have
the coast
fish
here.
Well, the
I
coast
would
is
go
gonna,
fishing
Yeah, you're gonna get
in the
you're gonna
mountains.
get killed very soon.
I know I don't want to be New York or Los Angeles.
Nope.
No, they're screwed.
That is going to get like
Like, after
dystopian
all the
real
looting-
quick.
the looting's going to happen. Like,
You can't get anywhere on a Thursday afternoon already. So anything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Anything.
We get blasted by a solar flare, and all our electronics go to shit.
Everyone is done. Then people within the first 6 hours are beating the shit
just
out of each other on
losing
the
their
highways.
fucking minds because they can't post a selfie.
Hey, let's change the subject.
You don't want to go into? I thought we'd go into what do you call the bunker people?
Bunker people.
Bunker people.
Is that what you call it?
Oh yeah, the
Archie Bunker?
Doomsday
Archie.
Preppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you doing that, Simon.
I would love to have. Man, I would.
Yeah. Well, people make fun of those guys, but it's not a bad thing to have.
Hey, listen, I got
like
a few cans
shit.
of beans in my closet.
Yeah.
But people have
My pantry.
hobbies. People have hobbies. I would like to have if I was wealthy. One of my hobbies would be, okay, how do I want to see? I want to build something like somebody's building a dresser. I'm going to build something that I know that I could live in
A dresser?
for 30 years. Instead of building a dresser or a table, I'd be like, I'm going to build this container. I'm going to build this thing. I'm going to have it built or build it myself.
But
and that would
use
be a
it.
very fun thing.
Yeah, use it though.
But you could. It could be out in the middle of nowhere and you can go out and stay in it and like you would camping, but you camping underground.
A couple shipping containers
Seriously.
connected
Easily.
about 30 feet below the ground.
The whole solar thing, making it really comfortable, making it cool,
I mean,
having that option to have the food there just in case something
Yeah.
crazy happened, because why not?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure some people, like some wealthy guys, have already done that.
Oh, people
they
all
have these
over.
crazy bunkers.
No, there's thousands of people
Yeah.
out there that are doing this. I'm saying that's what I would like to do, small version of it. There was like some like underground silo thing that some guy, I was watching some
He bought
Doomsday
it
Prepper thing.
from the government.
Bought it from the government. You watched it, right?
I've seen the house.
Right.
It's on a bunch of shows, I'm sure.
You know what my big thing would be if I had like a bunker like that? Like I would absolutely have to have, just for sanity's sake, is a second exit that's in it completely. Because if something happens to your one way in and out,
Well, how about have 5? Because you're building
5 would be
it.
cool, but at least 2.
Yeah, definitely. Good point. I'll
'Cause
do that
now you're
when
buried
when
alive.
Right.
You could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
one. You could be
A
one of my
completely different way out that, is like,
that you'd
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, 2 exits. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd
Or-
feel good about that.
Well,
I agree.
every couple of years or so, we're reminded here on the coast that you got to prep a little bit because when a hurricane comes,
Yep.
you're like, then you start realizing, how long can I stay in this house without food?
Yep.
I desperately want to be. That is something that I want. I desperately do want to be off the grid, but it's not because of. Listen, if I'm out anywhere 20 miles away from here, if I'm off the grid and everything goes to shit, it's a matter of time before the stronger people come
They're
and kill
going
me.
to get your grid.
I'd be by myself. I'd be like, "Hey guys, what's going on? Can we help each other?" And they're going to kill me and live in my house.
Yeah, you're damn right.
That's what's going to happen.
After
Yeah.
they fuck you.
But they might.
After they just have it at
I'm
your
hoping
mouth.
it happens in the beginning and they're not at that
Have it
stage
your
of
dead mouth.
that's where my brain goes normally. Like my
Well, reality.
yeah. I forget what I was talking about now.
Well, because of the dead mouth thing.
biochar.
Dead mouth fucking. No, I just want to be off the grid really bad.
Biochar.
We got to thank our other sponsor,
Yeah, we do.
Duralius.
The better your credit score, the easier it is to get the stuff you want. Now you can raise your score with Experian Boost, a brand new way to instantly increase your credit scores for free. Experian is on a mission to help boost America's credit score and help millions of people build and get better access to credit. Experian Boost works by giving you credit for the bills you're already paying through your bank account, like water, gas, electric, cable, and cell phone. Until now, you've been paying these bills and not getting any credit for them. But now you can. With Boost, you can increase your credit scores instantly. It's free to use and only available from Experian. Simon, what would you do if you had a higher credit score?
I would feel better knowing that if I had to use credit, I wouldn't be getting screwed by high interest rates because they suck.
Yeah, they do. Experian Boost can potentially help you establish or increase your access to credit and boost your FICO score instantly for free. So check out Experian Boost at Experian.com/Neebs. That's EXPERIAN.com/Neebs. Thank you, Experian Boost.
Speaking of, just on the topic of survival, anybody watch Naked and Afraid?
I've seen a few.
I watched the first time I watched it last night. My wife had it on when I walked into the living room, and I was like, "What's this?" And I got sucked right in. Watched the whole episode.
Did you?
Yeah, these two people, like this guy and this girl, surviving for like 20-something days in a swamp.
Yeah.
So from an outside perspective, and since you've worked industry a little bit, like how how real is it?
It's hard to say. I mean,
Think about those camera
I know.
angles. Think about
I know.
craft service around the camera guys.
I mean, there's definitely some drama punched up, like, oh, I see a snake, and then the music,
Yeah.
that
all the post-
kind of shit where it is that obvious It's probably overproduced.
But is there a real snake? And was
Did
the
they bring
snake
the
put there
snake?
by production?
It very well could be.
Okay, that's what we're
they
talking
went to
about.
bed. They went to bed in this one spot, and they woke up the next day. And they're like, "Oh my god, there's snakes everywhere!" And that probably could have been a producer. Be like,
See,
go out, find me
fuck
some
that.
fucking snakes.
They
and just
still
get
got
them
price
out.
there was
tags on
not.
them.
When's
Yeah.
the last time you slept somewhere there's snakes everywhere when you woke up?
Right.
No, yeah, I guarantee some part of it is produced, but
Because snakes are afraid of you.
Then fuck it. Why?
They wouldn't be hanging around you right there.
No.
Spiders would be all over your dead mouth. You know what I mean? But snakes not so much.
But I mean, it does seem like these people do undergo like the one I was watching. The guy, he was just not bringing in enough food.
Yeah.
And I think the camera crew's there, but they're told like you can't help them unless they tap out.
He did
Yeah, if
try
they
to
tap
think-
out, they're done. I
Yeah.
would think. I wouldn't think that they're, because then it's complete bullshit. Why are people ever going to watch somebody who's eating off camera?
He's using Grubhub.
Getting a Subway sandwich delivered. But no, I mean they were killing and eating snakes. They found like a beaver. They killed a fucking beaver. They
Jeez.
found like beaver in just like a log, and they were
They found a rescue beaver that they brought in.
Yeah, that was a rescue beaver. That was diseased. It was going to die in a week anyway.
the producers are just flying in all
Flying
these,
everything
these
they
poor
kill.
animals.
We got this one in Japan. It's okay. We're allowed to kill this one.
It's not even indigenous to the area,
Right?
One's animatronic.
Oh God! But yeah, it was a fascinating it was a fascinating watch.
It
Yeah.
would be pretty amazing to, like, I think it'd be awesome to try to go out for X amount of time and have to kill what I eat. Like, I think that'd be great. I'd like to do that with some friends and see like how, like, it's like those challenges. You got like Panic Room. I mean, I'm just shooting.
I would enjoy
shooting
that
the
with
shit
you,
off the top of
Simon.
my head. Like,
Yeah.
like going, okay, you're with a group. Like, there's probably people who do this. There's probably like organizations
Let's
that go.
do it,
they'll-
Simon.
You can hire them, and they'll tell you where to go, this or that, or aroundabouts is acreage, and then you go out and you have to try to survive on your own, and that'd be fun
That would be fun.
for like a week. Like
Yeah.
you don't go in with any food. You got to go in and
It sounds miserable.
Are they supposed to be naked the entire time?
I wouldn't even be naked.
No, like you'd wanna
when
cover
they
your-
drop them off, they're naked, and a lot from what I understand from what my wife told me, a lot of them make their own clothes.
Well, yeah, you'd want to make something to cover your danglies immediately.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see they've made a bag and it's hanging over their butt or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bug bites on your peener is not. Nobody's going to like that.
But if
or
you
when
had a-
you say peener, nobody likes that.
if you had a tent and you had all the clothes and you had a gun and you had some stuff, right, and then some knowledge, and then somebody said, all right, you got a week and you're good, like, that's so different than Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
You're totally prepared.
No, if you had some
have
sort of
someplace
weapon,
where
yeah.
you have a weapon.
Yeah,
you have
these guys
but
have
you've-
nothing.
But you've got to, I don't want to do that.
They give him a bag. Like at the beginning, they gave him a little bag. One had a little like a lighter, or like a little.
It's a good start.
Not a lighter, but like something that would just create a spark.
Oh, sure.
They each have to pick something, I've heard. I never saw the show, but they each have to
gotcha.
bring, I think, one thing.
Well, I think she had the fire and he picked a knife. So those are the
Right.
two tools they use. And then while they were walking around this swamp, they ended up finding a pot.
I'll bet they did.
Well, yeah. It's like, now we
Sponsored
can
by
boil
some-
water. But yeah. It was fascinating.
And this parachute's hanging from the tree.
I mean,
we could make a tent from that.
But honestly, when you've been camping, how many pots have you found?
Yeah,
Like so
I've-
many.
yeah, and
they're
parachutes.
everywhere.
I found
I
like
mean, this thing
7.
looked like shit. It looked like it'd been there a while. So
It had to. They had to age it before they.
Yeah, art department.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, it's just everything's fake.
Oh, it's a pot. Can you believe we found a
And
pot?
then, the happy music comes in. It's like it made their day, and then they turn and it's like day 40, or day 5. It's like, oh my god, I'm so hungry. I'm so mad we're so mad at each other. And then it kind of rides down a little bit. But then like, oh, we gotta go find some place to live. We can't live here anymore. Let's walk. Oh, this could be a bad idea. And then like next day, it's like, oh, they're walking all day. It's like, oh, my feet hurt so bad.
Yeah.
You're still riding this down train, but then look, is that dry land? It's dry land. Music comes up, music swell.
Look at 2 pairs of Nikes.
we did it. We did it. This is an episode, we think.
A vending machine.
Do they ever make sweet love?
If they do, they don't focus on it.
They should.
Yeah. I'm sure that happens in that show, you'd think, too. Naked people.
I would think that it's against the rules to
Well,
not.
at night, you know.
Well, yeah, because the rules don't,
I don't know.
apply
I mean,
at night.
Like, apparently, I guess these people have never met each other, which who knows how true that is.
All the more reason to bang.
Maybe.
You get to know somebody, you like them in the beginning, you don't really know them.
Yeah.
It's much easier to find them attractive.
I have no idea.
And then down the road, you go, oh boy, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Bam, better show. Day 7, they're out there and they hate each other.
Then
Well, from
day
what I
eight-
understand, like Beth told me, it's like that happens a lot. It's like you get two people together that just do not work well together, and they're just at each other's
I'm
throats
sure that they
all
like
the
that
time.
dynamic. Then they're
The one I watched, they were like this couple worked very well together. Like they complemented each other very well.
But then the horny problems are solved when they stumble across Simon's dead mouth.
Oh man, and they just go to bucking. I said buck.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Survival tips. Well, we didn't give any, but
No.
So if
Have
you
a
ever,
gun.
If you ever
That's
stuck out in the
good.
woods,
Yeah, a gun and a knife.
if you're ever stuck out in the woods, watch some Naked and
look for a
Afraid.
pot. There should be a pot around somewhere.
Should be a pot and a pair of
Inevitably.
Nikes and a vending machine somewhere. You'll be fine.
Just ask the camera crew what to do next.
You guys got a fig bar?
I knew you were a fig bar. I saw you grab one. Whales are cool, huh? I just think it's fascinating that that they used to walk on land.
Didn't know that.
Yep, it's like the reverse kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Is that in the
You know,
Bible or?
It's in the
Yes,
Bible.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
But then they
chapter
can
3.
chapter 3
a
Bible.
few minutes of breath, and they, on average, like blue whales, for example.
How solid is this information?
It's just science.
Is it science?
Yeah.
So it's
Straight up.
evolution, yeah.
This
yeah.
is yeah.
Whales
They-
used to walk on land.
Whales came from land, went to the
This
water.
is
I
proven.
need to see a picture of this.
Yeah, well, yeah.
of, of a whale walking on land.
No, just
Did
the,
they take
The
pictures of it?
illustration.
The
You find a
evolutionary
tap dancing
chain.
whale.
No, you know.
Yeah, but
I mean,
you
they
know,
weren't that big.
Sharks.
Obviously.
I mean, but you say it like it's whatever. Like sharks weren't on.
Sharks are a completely different species.
Yeah, that's
I
complete.
know, but I'm just
They're
saying,
just
like,
complete. They're so fucking old for the
Yeah.
ocean.
They also fish. You can tell by the tail.
yeah, that's true.
You know,
Did you
all
just
day.
read this recently? Has this always been your knowledge?
I've known about whale stuff, and then they dive to like up to a mile.
Where did you
sometimes
first
two-
hear this?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I've had like years ago. I went through a whole.
Simon and I are both are like, what are you talking
Well,
about?
listen. According to LiveScience.com, early whales had legs. The first whales once swam
It's not a whale, then, is it?
the seas.
It is a whale.
By wiggling large hind feet. Research now suggests the ancestors of whales once strode on land
How big is
on
this
4
thing?
legs,
It's
just
different.
as other mammals do.
Why?
What's the definition of a
Yeah,
whale?
no, it was yeah, you would name it something completely different.
would be
but
a
it's
whale
related
then.
to
right.
the whale.
But if that's what ended up in the water making a whale, we can agree that it's the whale.
If there was no, we can't.
What? What do you what?
Oh look,
It's
that
the,
whale
it's
has
the
legs.
ancestor of a
It's
whale.
not a whale
They
then.
call it
Ancestor,
something
okay.
else. But yeah, the ancestor of the whale.
Like the woolly mammoth isn't an elephant; it's a mammoth, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it seems
I
like
mean,
a-
it's its own thing.
Should we talk about? We don't know anything about this stuff.
I know, but that's a pretty
I'm
good
the only one
like
who knows about this
analogy. We
stuff.
don't call woolly mammoths elephants. We say that they're woolly mammoths, and then elephants are elephants.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
They're
they're probably related somewhere on the
Of course, they're
evolutionary
related.
chain.
Just different.
But yeah, different.
So whales don't have legs.
I just think, I guess why I brought it up, not for you to be all stupid, Neebs, but
I
it
just don't
was-
like being thrown information that I don't know is true.
Well, we just proved it was true.
We're good.
Well, it's not a whale, is it?
All right, listen. You just
It's
want
got
to argue
legs.
now.
The ancestor
Okay.
of the whale
He
had
does.
legs. Yeah,
But it blows my mind where the fact that they do store like the oxygen at the surface, a few minutes, then dive, up to a mile, usually about a mile.
that's crazy.
And they hang down there for an hour, 2 hours. That like what a life in a habitat that they don't, they can't stay in. You know what I mean?
Why do they go down there? What's down there?
No, the
food,
krill
food.
and
Probably cooler.
pots,
there's
comfortable.
pots all over down there.
Nikes.
Yeah.
I just think that's crazy.
I think it's crazy that we're not exploring the ocean more.
Well, I mean, always are.
It's tough, but yeah.
Yeah, but like really, the stuff that's in like I was just listening to something about a UFO sighting where
Oh, you have been listening to Joe Rogan a lot, huh?
yeah, yeah, but they were just telling the story or something like that of like it's one of these wacky stories or whatever. But it was like looking like there was a ship or they thought they saw something in the sky, and when they went down there, they saw something going under the water. And of course, that could be a crazy, ridiculous non-story.
Probably just
But-
a whale.
But but the ocean, man. If there was a place for aliens to hide, be a good place.
Yeah.
A lot of places to hide out there.
No, it's kind of nuts. We know more. We know more about the moon and other planets than
Right.
we do about the ocean.
About what we have here.
because
That,
I mean, it's so dangerous to explore too. because it's big, it's dark.
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure.
Right.
It's got all that. It's
science.
kind of crazy. Like space travel's easier than like ocean, deep ocean travel.
Yeah.
But I love what they have discovered in the deep ocean. You know, you've seen things like in the trenches and those like volcanic. Basically, yeah. There's like these spires of like a volcanic
Geyser.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
I know
know
what
the
you're
proper.
talking about,
I don't know
though.
the proper term for them.
right.
So I was looking for help. But
didn't
yeah,
have
just
you
the
there.
amount of life around these things.
Yeah.
When 30 years ago they were like, nothing can live down there. That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. And then they get down there, it's like, holy shit, there's a lot of life down here.
Because
Like,
they don't know. It's such
Yeah.
a dumb thing to say.
Well,
Nothing can live down there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the prevailing theory was that life needed sunlight, some form of sunlight, to exist. And
Then we
it
saw the
turns out-
bottom of the ocean.
And then it's like, oh, that's not true. That's not true. Life
Yeah.
can kind of live anywhere that there's like
Energy.
minerals and energy. Yeah.
But yeah, obviously the Navy studies whales a lot, or they fund studies of whales so they can learn to better have human divers. You know, how do whales stay down there because they breathe air? How do they stay down so long? How do they pressurize? How do they do all this stuff? So a lot of funded studies from like the Navy and whatnot.
I hear they're taking people and putting them inside whales and then sending them down.
Isn't there like a native tribe that can hold their breath like a crazy
Yeah,
long
there
period
is.
of time?
There is.
And they have like abnormally large
Yeah, they've
feet and
evolved into
hands
that. Mhm.
so they can swim better.
Yeah, they live their life in the water in a
Yeah.
lot of ways.
Yeah, well, I mean, their food supply comes from the water as
Yeah.
far as like lobsters,
Yep.
crabs.
Where's
So
this
they're-
at?
Oh man,
I don't know. Hold on, let me look it up.
I feel like it's like East Coast Africa or something. I don't know.
I think it's a little place off of New Jersey.
Yeah, it's off
Oh,
of Jersey Shore. Yeah.
Yep,
Gotcha.
Jersey Shore.
There's a great
Actually,
pizza
I have
place
no
around
idea
the
where-
block from where these guys live.
But that is crazy though that they've done this for centuries.
So I just found this quick article. Superhuman tribe that can hold their breath for 13 minutes, found to have evolved organs. So this is around the islands of Indonesia. They've been labeled fish people for their extraordinary breath-holding ability. For more than 1,000 years, they've wandered the seas catching fish by free diving to the depths of more than 230 feet. And a new study has found that the spleens of this tribe are 50% larger than normal people. It's the first known example of a human adaptation for deep diving.
That is
amazing.
unbelievable.
That's a pretty fast evolution too.
That's a long time. 13 minutes.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
But the fact that you
And
can
only took 1,000 years.
like that's quick.
Yeah.
But we don't even know if it took 1,000 years or if it took 100 years, 900 years ago.
Yeah, who was writing this stuff down?
Exactly,
500
like,
years
well,
ago?
where did it,
We
you
can
know,
say
go?
that this species of human has occupied this area for at least 1,000 years.
Right. It's just that when did that? But my only thing is when did it start? Or maybe these people
Well, they got
bred.
there and they started diving, and
No,
like,
yeah, I mean,
whoever
it might
could
have
dive, it's how evolution works. Whoever could dive the deepest, longest, gets the most food. Their gene gets passed on.
And look how the majority of us are evolving now. We're not
know what?
evolving in physical ways. We're evolving in like how we process digital things.
yeah.
Like we're not heading toward a survivalist route.
No.
When you take away those things.
No.
Well, what's interesting, I think, about our species is like what's gonna pop off of us. Because that's how evolution works. It's like now all of a sudden we got 7 billion of us.
AI.
AI. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it could be AI.
What a crazy.
But I mean, things like that. It's like, wow, these humans are really well adapted for this environment. That keeps going for another 50,000 years. That could be a whole different species.
Yeah.
That's
I watched-
not human, but has intelligence like a human. Can speak
But they are
and
human.
walk-
They're just advanced humans.
Yeah. Well, no, it would be human, but it almost would be a different species
This is
of
like the
human.
whale thing
It's like,
here.
yeah, once
Yeah.
like if the DNA ever changed, just all I got to do is change it a little bit.
It's true.
What you got, Neebs? You're holding
Well,
like a.
I'm going to talk about this in a second, but while we're talking about that topic, I saw a TED Talk where they were just figuring out how well the brain is at processing information, no matter how it gets it. So they were doing experiments where they would put like a shirt on someone or some sort of pad against your skin that's reading information. It could be whatever, sounds you can't hear or light waves you can't see, or if you were deaf, just normal sound. And it would record the sound and then make little like pressure points in your skin.
Okay.
And you could feel it. So now you could, theoretically perceive something that you couldn't perceive before just by little pressure points. Imagine you're like, you're driving a ship or doing something and you need to monitor the temperature of something or the weight of something. You
Okay.
could have something being fed into a thing you're wearing.
Interesting.
So you don't have to look at the information. You just feel it and you go,
feel it.
okay,
Interesting.
it's too hot back there. I got it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You just perceive it differently, but it gives you same information.
So that would give a person or a pilot or anybody a way to monitor so much more than they could see with their eyes.
Yeah, that's
Or
kind of
here.
sick.
Like if something pinched your toe, that would tell you that
Your wife's coming.
your wife's on her way.
Oh shit!
Get the mistress out of the house.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, that's awful. I wasn't going there.
Yeah, I don't know where you were going.
I don't know. I was, but I don't want to say.
All right, so yeah, I had this piece of paper in my wallet since we were in Los Angeles. It was given to me by Big John, who brought a sandwich to Dave & Buster's.
Oh, yeah. He did.
He wanted everybody to taste it.
God, that's
Dude, I know. I'm not doing that anymore. That's
I'm not
the
gonna do
last
that either.
sandwich that I'll ever bite when somebody
know.
random just
Someone
brings me
puts
a
food in your
sandwich.
face, you're not going to eat it anymore.
I know, man. I'm now a prima donna.
So his question was, did you like the sandwich?
No.
It was...
I think I told him I liked it at the time, but I was just being nice.
Yeah, I think I told them I liked it at the time well, because
here,
it was cold.
Let me try to explain what the sandwich was. It was like, so 2 pieces of bread, obviously, a little like a sub.
Hoagie.
But there was in the middle, there was like French fries,
cheese sticks.
cheese sticks.
Yep.
It was so much bread and starch.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I was
it
just like, it turned me off.
It was garbage
completely.
bar food in a hoagie.
Yeah.
But it was made at a place that apparently is very well known in the area. The reason why I didn't like it as much is because it was kind of cold.
It was a little cold and passed around. There's
Yeah.
nothing weirder than
He'd
a
been
passed
walking
around
around with it for
sandwich.
3 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, when I took a bite, it was warm.
Was
Well,
it?
you know what?
I
Might have
may
been
have got the
warm.
first
He had it in
bite
his
though.
back
It's because it was
pocket.
in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he pulled it out. He unwrapped it and gave it to me, so it was still wrapped when I received it.
I gave okay. I thought I took the first bite.
I got sloppy
Anywho,
seconds in,
yeah, or fourths.
maybe the sevenths.
But
It
yeah,
was just what I expected. It was like there was cheesesteak stuff in there, fries, and the cheese sticks.
Hey, while we're talking about cheesesteak, we went to a restaurant where we got these little like spring roll things.
Oh,
we talked about
God.
this in the last podcast.
Cheesesteak
so
spring
good.
rolls?
They
Did
were
we?
so
Yep.
good.
Let's talk
I don't
about
know.
it again.
I don't know. Really?
Philly cheesesteak with sweet chili sauce, that's got to be a normal thing.
I
from
don't know
now
why
on.
it's not more common.
That was
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, we need to make that. Yeah, more restaurants need to get attuned to that.
No.
Because my God,
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears. Cloud-based gaming?
yeah,
Google?
the
Yeah.
Google Stadia, however you
Yeah, and it's not just them, and there's also like the micro, or the X.
Oh yeah, no,
something. They're
Sony
all-
has their own version of it. I think it's called PlayStation Now. Xbox has, I think, a version of it. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, no, there's a few. I've been
Yeah.
doing reading on it because I was looking at things trending.
Steam's doing their own version of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Still latency, though.
That's the big thing right now.
Yeah, I'm not
and that-
interested until that's gone.
Yeah, I think that's the hurdle. And
What?
latency is like, okay, so I'm playing. So if I have a controller and I go out of town, and I can log into my game, my Steam account or whatever on my phone with my controller and
Yeah,
play
and play
my games.
Right.
There's like a delay right now. That's the latency issue for your controller to talk to your phone, for the phone to talk to the cloud, to
It's
reach
not
out
real time.
to your
So you can't
Steam.
play.
So
So
it's
you
like
can't actually
when
play.
you what's happening
You
is
can
like when
play.
people say, "Oh, I want my character to go right," you hit right, and there's like a fraction of a second delay before the character
It's
actually
like driving the Mars rover.
yeah,
Yeah, it would be like
You
that.
turn right, and 8 minutes later,
It doesn't matter your
turns
connection.
right.
It still does that. Doesn't matter
no,
your
the better
internet
your connection, the
helps.
less latency you have. But that's still an issue for probably the majority of people. However, 10 years from now, it might not be a problem. But right now, for
You
the
would hope 3
majority of
years.
people, but I mean, if you live in a place like a big city, Google Fiber, plenty of internet. So latency is also an issue with cloud gaming. The other issue is the amount of data it takes up. Because if you log on to play a game, you're going to be eating a lot of your data. So if you have a data plan, like you might only be able to play.
The game is constantly. It's part of the flow of your.
1 terabyte, 65 hours. I actually read that this morning.
1 terabyte, 65 hours.
If you're just gaming, apparently.
So that takes up a 65, or you said 65 hours takes up 1 terabyte of data.
And you just
Yeah, I
accepted
think
that
so.
fact, Neebs. Like that was not
Nope.
Now, does that work?
Don't
for,
care.
Does that work for data or internet?
I
It's
don't
the
know.
same thing, right?
You
I'm
just
still
don't-
on the
he's
whale
got the
thing.
don't care eyes too
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I don't even care about
I don't
this
think-
topic.
We have a gaming channel. This is gaming related. I don't care.
I think it's too early. I'm not a first adopter of technology. I
Yeah.
let people work it out, then I
I'm
jump
with
in.
you there. Like, I like I like to see it kind of even itself out. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited about the technology. I'm excited about. It's kind of like VR. Like VR is awesome, but it still needs to go through a lot of evolution to where I think it has a broader appeal and more people get into it. I mean, as it is right now, it is the VR we kind of wanted as a kid.
Yep.
But those headsets got to get a little bit lighter. The touch controls or whatever, that we got to have a different method of control, because like the Vive controllers, they work for some games, they work great, but for the majority of them, they're kind of they don't really feel that good.
The future of gaming is subscription based.
Yes.
And it is having everything in the cloud so you get instant gratification. People don't want to download shit. People don't want to update shit. People don't want to do anything. It seems like it's a no-brainer in the next few years.
Well, we're already there. I mean,
but
on Steam, we don't physically own any of those games.
No, but
Just log in.
you have to play it on your computer.
Yeah.
This, you're not. So
You
it's
got-
going to make
you
it
still
so
gotta
much
have
easier for
something.
so many different play. Yes, but it's going to be so much cheaper, so much easier. You don't have to update your computers or do whatever. You just have
Yeah,
the
theoretically,
stuff that
you could play it anywhere on any computer. You could have like a
Play it on a
computer
tablet.
with like the shittiest
Your
graphics
phone.
card.
Yeah,
and you
I
could
get
be
that.
able to play it.
But you still have to have a computer.
Yes, of course, or a controller,
Yeah.
something
You
to
need to
log
have
into.
You need to have a controller. You don't need to have a very expensive PC, and you don't have to spend the time when there's issues with anything. I mean, it just seems like that's what
You
it's
could have
going to turn
you
into.
could have $100 TV that's just connected to the internet.
That's it.
That's all you need.
Bam, that and a controller, and you're good. That's the future.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants to be
graphics,
buying this shit
The graphics will
themselves?
still look amazing because all the processing power and all the server power is done on another site.
It's always done on another site. It's always constantly being updated, and you're only paying $9.99 or $15.99 a month.
It'll
and
be
everyone,
subscription
and it's just
based.
and that's what it is. That's the future
Right,
is.
right.
Right now they're saying $10 a month. You get this, that, and the other, and you're going to have access to every game, and it's going to be cross-platform shit.
Yeah,
It's
no,
gonna be-
now you're in sort of the platform wars. I mean, you got Steam, which is well established, but now Epic jumped into the game, right?
Yeah.
And they're having Epic, because they made so much money with Fortnite, they're just throwing money at game developers and saying, "Hey, you got to be
They
exclusive."
got some
to
catching
us.
up to do.
They do.
Because look how many. I could only imagine how many games are on Steam available compared to like
Discord.
Epic.
Discord's their own
That's
platform
true.
now. You can buy
Discord
games
is-
through Discord.
I mean,
You
this
got
seems-
PlayStation, Xbox. You got so many places to buy games. It's
Seems
kinda-
to me a little similar to
Netflix
say,
and
Netflix, Hulu.
everything
Yeah,
else.
you're right.
Of course. And you got those that were in early, Netflix, for example, and then everyone who's jumping in the game trying to play catch up.
Yeah, but like Amazon and Hulu, they came in and they're doing fine.
I think the only one that really has muscle now that is the Disney.
Yeah,
they're-
HBO, they have a good model too.
They've got they do have a good model, but yeah, Disney. Look at the amount of.
They've got so
content.
much content.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they're going
that's-
to kill it. They are going
their
to
streaming,
kill
That
it.
streaming service is like, I think their stock jumped up like a crazy amount one day when they
And
announced that.
in
Like,
the
we're doing a
last-
streaming service. It's like, fuck yeah. Like,
In the
you're
last
one
20
of the only
years-
companies that could pull this off.
Where they've branched, they're relevant to adults now.
Yeah.
And it's synonymous with kids.
Yeah.
So it's like they've got
perfect.
everything
And they
covered.
bought all of 20th Century Fox's
Yeah.
entertainment. They own The Simpsons and Futurama, like all that stuff
We
is
will
in
be.
their pocket now.
I'll be subbing to them. It's no doubt.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just so
they're-
many people are just going to go, yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars, all the Marvel movies, they own everything.
Everything.
They own it all. All
Pretty
the
nuts.
content.
Pretty nuts.
And they're not going to share. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, Netflix is already, they see that writing on the wall.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why they're doing
they've
their
been
own
investing
shit.
in their own content, as they should. I mean, that's what they need to do. But yeah, future's going to be fun as far as entertainment. It's only going to get bigger.
Yeah, I'll meet you in the bunker.
Yeah, we can play our games on the Google Stadia.
Fuck Simon's dead mouth.
Nice.